On our planet, there seems to be an infinite number of beautiful places one can visit, with an equal number of spectacular things to admire. It requires nothing more than a curiosity to observe what is all around you. The miracle of nature manifests in countless ways, from breathtaking vistas to the simple movements of a common heifer. The purpose of this program is to present you with the extraordinary diversity of our miraculous blue planet so that you can discover these things for yourself. Thailand is one of the few countries in Southeast Asia that has never been a European colony. Perhaps the word Thai, which means free, has something to do with it. It is possibly the reason why this country evokes a certain magic that sets it apart from the surrounding countries. Some 30 kilometers south of India lies an island that has been known by many names throughout history. Ancient Greek geographers called it Taprobane, and Arabs referred to it as Serendib. Sayalao was the name given to Sri Lanka by the Portuguese when they arrived in 1505 and was translated into English as Ceylon. As a British Crown colony, the island was indeed known as Ceylon and achieved independence under the name Dominion of Ceylon in 1948. The day is breaking above the Mekong River that flows through northern Thailand. The fishermen are waking in hope that today's catch will be worth their while. They have nothing but hope left, as fish in the river are diminishing. The people's faith in one of the world's longest rivers remains strong. They still address it with the great aspect of Mother of Water. The legend has it that a half-god creature with the body of a snake and a human face lives in the river. The fishermen hold this being in such high regard that they still offer sacrifice hoping for its favor. The Mekong River flows from the Tibetan Plateau, where in deep ravines a strong current is created. It settles down in neighboring Laos, and on reaching Thailand, it flows gently. The capital of the Thai kingdom is Bangkok. The entire country is very popular as a tourist destination. The climate is tropical with high temperatures, considerable humidity, and is strongly influenced by monsoons. With the exception of larger cities, it's obvious that the Thai people live in admirable symbiosis with their animals and with the surrounding nature in general. After all, it is their main and often their only source of livelihood. This is the city of Udorn Thani, and here we are in the botanical garden called Udorn Sunshine. Mr. Pong cares for the orchids and inherited the garden and farm from his father, for whom flowers were the love of his life. His father cultivated a brand new variety of orchid called Miss Udorn Sunshine. While orchids were once affordable only to the rich, today they are widely accessible. Thailand is one of the world's foremost cultivators and exporters of these beautiful flowers. Air pollution and ozone depletion have resulted in changing techniques for growing orchids over the years. Orchids now need to be grown with a roof overhead to protect them from the sun. Some 5,000 orchids grow on the farm. They bloom several times a year. This specimen is the most popular. Apparently, it dances. Judge for yourself.
What's the mechanism?
From flowers grown artificially in captivity on a farm, we move into the untouched nature of a tropical rainforest. This is the Erawan National Park. It's named after the three-headed white elephant ridden in ancient times by the Vedic god of thunder and lightning. People come here not only to admire the nature, elephants, and monkeys, but also to meditate. When the monks living in the rock-carved temples are preoccupied, the people are free to use the available prayer slot machines. Fortune telling is also available. Just draw a number and read the corresponding information on the notice board. If you are skeptical of the slot machines, the services of Mr. San, his caged bird, are also available. As seen here, fortune telling can be entertaining. As a matter of fact, the vast majority of Thai people believe in fate. Mr. San's fortune-telling technique comprises of the bird picking out the right card from the pile with his beak in return for a treat. Mr. San then makes the client either happy or sad, or both simultaneously. Naturally, people want to hear the good news. Mr. San is well aware of this, and so his clients usually walk out satisfied. Mr. San prospers accordingly. A visit to Mr. San is followed by a call to the most important local pilgrimage site, to a temple with a statue of Buddha. While the visitors were in great spirits down there, ascending these steps have left them somewhat less jolly. Reaching the temple high in the mountains takes 360 steps. The information about the actual number of steps varies. Some say there are as many as 600. This could be caused by the heat or exhaustion after the ascent, when one is generally too tired to do arithmetic. Physical exertion is said to benefit the soul. Whoever reaches the top apparently gets to experience nirvana. The temple is really just a cave, but caves do have magical symbolism for the Thai people. They believe ghosts live within. Monks seeking spiritual peace were known to find refuge in caves. According to an ancient legend, a white elephant died here, and the people believe that a deceased king was reincarnated into this noble animal. Regardless, this place is ideal for quiet meditation and offers a breathtaking view as well. From the heights to the shore. Here we are on the lovely island of Phuket in the southwestern part of Thailand. The island is the seat of a province bearing the same name. This beauty was destroyed in the blink of an eye in 2004 by the devastating tsunami that swept through the region. Today, the beaches are restored to their previous beauty and the coast is safeguarded by a tsunami warning system. The fishermen, too, are safer now. There is no sign of the recent tragedy. We leave the fishermen to sail away because we too are in for an adventure. We are about to set course for a real natural miracle. Already from afar, The rocky islands rising steeply from the sea look magnificent. Despite their rocky base, they are overgrown with vegetation. The sea is tranquil and beautiful. We have reached the islands. We approach one of them, embark on a dinghy, and get closer still. The place is interwoven with caves hollowed out by water, hiding lagoons and creeks. It's very peaceful here. Nothing upsets this feasting monkey. With a bit of fantasy, these peculiar animals could be a cross between a fish and a newt. We take a while to admire the beauty of these undermined rocks and almost frightening rock formations, and find ourselves on the open sea once more. An almost fairy tale-like horizon opens in front of us, and it wouldn't seem strange if an ancient wooden ship from times long past suddenly appeared. Thankfully, we did not encounter any sails or black flags with the skull and crossbones. Luckily, the legendary Captain Flint must have looted in a different part of the world. And so we head for the way back. The sun is setting and the sky promises a storm. It's time for nature to take charge. We have now opted for a somewhat more dynamic means of transport. We land at the Phi Phi Lay Island. Fukat Island may boast a number of stunning beaches, but none of them match the popularity of Maya Bay, the setting for the Hollywood blockbuster The Beach, starring Leonardo DiCaprio. The island is made up of two rocky capes with sandy beaches in between. The one to the right is shallower and turns into a sinking sandbank at low tide. Welcome to Sri Lanka. In other words, the shining country, if its name is translated directly from the Sanskrit. Until 1972, the country was officially called Ceylon. For many still today, this island south of India remains simply Ceylon. That word Ceylon is, as a matter of fact, a mistaken pronunciation of the Portuguese word Ceilão, the name given by Portuguese explorers who discovered it. The current title of this beautiful yet troubled country is the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka. The mispronounced Portuguese word may have been a better choice after all. This pearl of the Indian Ocean gained independence in 1948. Sri Lanka is a beautiful and colorful place. There are tropical rainforests in the more humid parts and more resistant monsoon forests with precious timber in the drier northern parts. world-renowned tea thrives everywhere. Tea has been grown in Ceylon on a large scale since 1876, when the British merchant James Taylor decided to establish a tea plantation in the Lula-Condera region. Because this region meets all the required conditions for tea growing, warm climate, suitable altitude, and sloping terrain, the whole area is now one huge tea plantation. Dawn is breaking in Sri Lanka. Nature is waking slowly and welcoming the rising sun. The time has come to set out for Adam's Mountain. The mountain is the largest and at the same time the most striking symbol of the country's religious tolerance. It is said to be the place where Adam first set foot after his banishment from paradise. Its local name is Sri Prada, the holy footprint. This is said to have been left behind by Buddha himself on his way to paradise. The Hindus call it Samalakanda, Butterfly Mountain, because they believe this is where butterflies come to die. It is also the seat of Shiva. This holy place, 2,243 meters above sea level, attracts Christians, Muslim, Hindus, and Buddhists alike. The British writer, John Stills, described the peak of Adam's Mountain as one of the greatest and most revered cathedrals of all humankind. It may be the only place in the world where all religions speak one language. If only it were like that everywhere. Ascending this endless stairway, lined by tiny plots resembling an ancient Maya culture, is a feat, but it's well worth the exertion and the view. The Indian elephant lives in Sri Lanka. It's physically smaller than its African counterpart, and so are its ears. The Indian elephant reaches heights of 2 to 4 meters and weighs up to 5 tons. Elephants enjoy an important status in Sri Lankan history. In ancient times, they belonged to the crown, and their killing is still considered a serious crime today. According to the legend, Queen Maya had a dream just before she gave birth to Buddha, whereby a white elephant entered her right side. The royal fortune tellers interpreted the dream in such a way that the queen would give birth to an exceptional being. They were right. The locals look after the elephants with great care. The leading of the elephants through town to water makes for a unique experience. Bathing is very thorough, and the pachyderms, babies included, indulge in it. The climax of the whole event is a sensual wallowing in mud. Sri Lanka is a botanist's and flora lover's paradise. The favorable climate provides great conditions for the growth of plants. The local orchids are absolutely unique. Here, they grow in a huge variety of types, colors, and shapes. Rhododendron groves, endless fields of poppies, and protected heaths spread out across the hillier parts of the islands. Magnificent trees bloom from March through May. Daybreak welcomes us in the Yala National Park. Alongside a multitude of birds, two subspecies of the Indian elephant live here. The park is also home to the mugger crocodile. The park's greatest pride and joy, however, is the spotted leopard. It is a unique Sri Lankan subspecies, and there are only 35 animals living here. The animals are safe in the Yala National Park, and they enjoy particularly favorable conditions in this preserve. They seem to enjoy life thoroughly, just like this water buffalo. Let us hope that the life of all the people and the country as a whole is just as enjoyable.